Hi, welcome back to another video in Database Management Systems playlist. In this video, we are going to discuss what is a data model, what are the types of data models, and an example for each category. So, data models in DBMS. What is a data model? First point, data model is a tool actually to summarize the description of database. For example, if we can able to see a data model in any format, then we must be able to understand, imagine, and we must be able to come to a conclusion on how the database will be, how the tables will be, how the data is stored, and all the other things. So simply we must be able to imagine the entire database. So this is what data model in short. In other words, data model is an abstraction of a database. For example, what do you mean by abstraction? Abstraction is nothing but a generalized idea without implementation details. That is what abstraction in Java and every other places means. So abstraction is nothing but simply an idea on how this and that will be without any implementation details. So data model is an abstraction of a database, how the database should be designed or how the database currently is present. So I think these 2 points will bring you a clear picture on what is a data model. There are three types of data models on overall category. So first thing, conceptual data model, example ER model is there. Second thing, representation data model, for example relation data model, and then third thing, physical model. So we will discuss deeply all these three categories. First thing, conceptual data models. So this conceptual data model represents data at a high level. So high level means it is nothing but it will not be purely technical that only a database designer or a programmer can understand. It must be in a form which a partial programmer, a normal user or a consumer or customer, so they must be able to understand in this form. So this is what conceptual data model means. So it will be used during requirement gathering phase. For example, uh, a business analyst will get requirements from the user, for example. So they will uh, narrate their requirements. We will create an ER diagram. So the customer will check the ER diagram, and then they will have some discussions and they will come to final conclusion. So in this scenario, it must be in a form that the customer or an end user must also understand this ER diagram. So sorry, conceptual data model. So from this understanding, we will have an example for conceptual data models. ER model is one such example for conceptual data model. So what is entity relationship model? It uses entities, attributes, and relationships between tables inside the database to represent the logical view of the database. For example, you can see this diagram. It is an simple ER model, ER diagram. So it is using entities, relationships, everything, entities, relationships, and attributes to represent a database table. So this is not actually pure technical thing. So a common man can understand this words: shopper, buys, item, item source, item price. So it will be partially technical and partially understandable by the consumer. So in that form it will be there. So entity relationship model, it uses entities, attributes, and relations between tables to represent the logical view of database. It's not the physical view of database, logical view. So and that is why the output of requirement gathering will be in the form of ER model at any point of time, at the end point of time. So ER model will be used by the database designers to start designing database. So the outcome of requirement gathering phase will be ER model, and then with the help of ER model or a conceptual data model, database designers will start designing database. So hope this is clear. And then representational data model. So it is used to represent logical part of the database and not the physical part. So there is a slight difference between logical view, this logical view of database, and logical part of database. Let me explain. So the end of the requirement gathering phase will lead to an ER model diagram, for example, and then that ER model diagram will be converted into, or the conceptual model will be converted into technical representation model. So that technical representation model will be fed into a place where that can be implemented into any RDBMS database. So a representational model is in between conceptual model and a physical model. A conceptual model is just a simple abstraction or a diagram, and then a representation model will more often, a representation model will talk more on technical aspects like tables, database, primary keys, foreign keys, database schemas, everything. These things cannot be understood by the customer. So the customer or an end user or a requirement giver can only understand the ER model level of diagrams, and then that ER model level diagram will be converted into technical representation model. That technical representation model will be, as I said, it will be more of technical part. This will be readily converted into a database. Since it is more technical, this representation data model will be the easiest thing for the database designers to start their work. So in this point, a representation model can be readily made into database, but a conceptual model cannot be made into database since it is just an abstraction, just an idea. But a representation model will almost complete our work with technical aspects. So a relational model is one such representation model. A conceptual model will be converted into relational model that can be easily made into RDBMS database. So we, as I said already. So this model is proposed by EFCODD. So this is the second data model. So to make things much more clear in relational model, a relational model represents how data is stored in database with references to the database schema, attributes, tuples, rows, and columns. So I think these things will not be understood by the user or customer or the one who gives us requirements. So the people who gives us requirement will only understand this kind of diagrams, and these kind of diagrams will be given to the given from the conceptual data model team to representational data model team, and this representational data model team will convert the ER model into this kind of database schemas, attributes, tuples, rows, and still this is a rough idea with help of these technical terms. So and then these technical terms will be converted into pure database by the database designers. So this is second part. The final data model is physical data model. So this is a different kind of view that is entirely different from the first two model which we have discussed now. Finally, all these databases will be stored in the form of files or other data structures in a secondary storage. Either it will be hard disk or a cloud storage, whatever it may be. The entire database will be finally in a different form of files or any other data structures. A physical model represents abstraction on how these data are stored in secondary storage. This will be seen as files or data structures rather than a rows and columns or a table or a database. So I think you can find a difference between a rows and columns view and a file view. So file, it will be seen as file in physical data model. So a physical data model will not know what is the table name, what are the columns, what is the row, what are the rows, what is the primary key, everything. It will completely see this entire database as a single file, for example. So with this, we have come to the end of this video. We will have another video on detailed explanation of ER model and several ER models for several scenarios. We will discuss one by one in a separate video. So hope this video helps us in understanding what is data model and types of data models. In case you have any queries, you can leave comment below. Thanks for watching. Keep supporting us.